Hello LJH crew, and thank you for clicking on this video. This video is going to be a little different. You're going to hear me just kind of talking a little bit here about something that I've known for a long time. And it kind of gets like on my nerves a little bit, if that makes sense. So I want to talk about physical media and why it's so important for it to be still around. And what I mean by that is physical media it's very important. And I recently was just talking to somebody about this and how physical media can be very, what's the words I'm looking for? Nostalgic, maybe, for a collector. Where digital, and this is where we have failed as collectors. We let digital take over because it's quote-unquote convenient. But here's the thing. When you purchase digital content, whether it be through, maybe you have Comcast, or you have Altimum, or you have Apple TV, or you have whatever streaming service, even just buying from a streaming service, and even just downloading it, and it's quote-unquote in your collection. You don't have to, take a portable DVD player with you, or all your discs. I get it. But what people don't understand, and this is why us physical media collectors are so passionate about these little guys. Yeah, gotta go shower too for a minute. We're so passionate about these discs, whether they be Blu-ray, whether they be 4K, whether they be, anything to that, nature. VHS even still, there's a lot of people I still know that still, believe it or not, use VHS or even Laserdisc. The thing about physical media, and this is where the passion for physical media needs to stay. And it's upsetting with Best Buy stopping physical media, and not every place has stopped it, but Target has toned down. Walmart still got a pretty good collection, and there's still tons of physical media sites out there to purchase physical media for one particular reason. And I'm getting to that reason. I know I keep chasing around the bush here, but what people have to understand is when you buy a digital copy, you don't own it. A rent, I can see, you get that, you don't own it for a little bit, it goes away, poof. But a physical copy should, when you buy something and you purchase it, it should be yours. That is not the case with digital. And, I noticed this, today I was watching a video, and people in the video were pointing out that PlayStation has lost their rights to a lot of the Warner stuff. So, for example, if you went out and purchased Duck Dynasty, and I'm not even that's why I'm just giving you an example, the entire series, and you paid $100 to own that entire series, and now PlayStation no longer has the streaming rights to air anything Warner, which is what I had heard today. That person is screwed out of owning that because it also gets removed from your library on your PlayStation. When you purchase something digital, you own a very long rent until a contract or something is up. And and that's what people don't understand. I'm going to go ahead and read something to you guys that I hope can make sense here. Because I looked a couple of things up, so I can kind of explain this better to you guys. And I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. It says, do you own your digital content? Now, here's what's crazy. This was only published in August 4th of 2001, which isn't that long ago. We're only at the end of 2023. And this is the short answer in a fucking nutshell, okay? The answer is a little complex, but the short version is no. You don't actually own the digital media files that you purchase. This doesn't mean that you're immediately at risk of losing every digital movie and TV show. However, the possibility is extremely high. And what that means is, like I said, you only own that as like a very long rental. Like, for example, I'll use not so much Movies Anywhere, because I don't think Movies Anywhere is gonna go ahead and get rid of stuff like that. But for example, like if you were to purchase something on like Amazon Prime or like Comcast, like I was saying before, and let's say you purchased oh no, we'll go out there and say Jurassic Park, and and you're excited for this, you love it, and you watch it numerous times. But then that one day, you go to watch it in your digital library, and you realize it's not there. So at this point, you're like, what the hell? Did I delete it by accident? What did I do? But then you come to find out that Universal's licensing has ended with Amazon Prime or Comcast or wherever you purchase Jurassic Park to be able to watch whatever you want without looking for it on a streaming service, is gone because they no longer have it licensed. This is why physical media is still so much very important. And I think people need to understand this. I think consumers need to understand this. Even people that are quote unquote making these digital, rules and stuff. In my opinion, all digital is a giant scam. Because you don't own the content that you love. It's all temporary. And this is why there's a lot of out there as physical media collectors that talk about this all the time. And this is the first time I'm talking about it. But it's got to be addressed. And don't get me wrong, I have my streaming services and stuff like that, and I enjoy watching the exclusive TV shows and stuff like that, and some movies, yes. But I kid you not, and this is the God's honest truth. If I want to watch something, for example, like Megan, now I know Megan's on Peacock. I will watch it there. I'll come into this movie room. I'll grab my Megan 4K. I'll go upstairs. I'll put it in my 4K player and I'll watch it. I will not watch anything on digital or streaming that I own. And the reason for that is because I know I accomplished something. I bought that. It's mine. And I don't have that random thing that hey, this can be taken away off the streaming service, and I got to go hunt for it somewhere else. I know where it is at all times. All I have to do is go down and get it. And another thing is, if you want 4K at its best, you don't want to stream it anyway. 4K is its best on disc. 1080p Blu-ray is at its best on disc. So, what do we really gain by having digital, all this digital stuff? Like I said, Movies Anywhere is different. I don't think Movies Anywhere is going to go anywhere. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy giving away the digital copies and stuff. Do I own some movies on digital? Yeah, I do. But everything that I own on digital is through Movies Anywhere, or it's through like the actual company of that company. Like for example, like I'll use Wayne's World for example. Wayne's World is through Paramount. Now they have their own ways to get their digital codes and stuff. Those, I believe, are not too much at risk. Anything on Movies Anywhere, not too much at risk, which is why I enjoy giving away those codes to you guys, because I hope that they don't never go anywhere. But I'm talking about the stuff that you physically purchase, like through Comcast, through PlayStation, through the Xbox, or through Apple TV. It's just a long rent. Now, the ones that come with the movies that you buy, I think that falls into a different category. And that's not the ones that I'm talking about here. It's just, it's just it's just in general. Like, for another example would be, let's say you have Comcast, okay? And you all of a sudden move to somewhere where Comcast is not supported, and now you have to go to Optimum. You now lose those entire library of movies and TV shows that you have purchased through Comcast, because they're not going to give it to you to go back. They're not going to give it to you to go to Optimum, and Optimum's not going to, vice versa. Optimum wants you to repurchase everything that you already owned, and if you have like 45 movies and a boatload of TV shows that you purchased through Comcast and have no choice now but to switch to Optimum because you had to, move to a different location or whatever the reason, you're not going to purchase that all over again. And this is why physical media is so important, because it's right there at your convenience at all times. And like I said, a lot of it comes down to like streaming rights and stuff like that. So again, if you purchase something on Amazon Prime, like Terrifier, and all of a sudden the agreement with Terrifier's company comes to an end with Amazon, that's no longer in your digital library. And now you're out of that movie. You no longer own it. In Movies Anywhere and like the actual like Paramount.com, Universal.com, where it says redeem your code, I do believe that falls into a different category. But this is the era that we live in. We live in an era where everybody wants everything to be convenient. And I love giving away digital copies and stuff like that. And I'll continue to do it to you guys because I love you guys. But this is more about, owning something temporary. Not so much like the ones that come with the DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about like what I've been discussing this whole time. It's honestly, and it's a shame, because they say it's in their policy. What about those people that, that just want to own their favorite movie? The only way to do that, guys, is physical media. That's the only way you really own the movies that you love. But yeah, so I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think about this Tell me what you think about my my little rant here down below. Uh, let's start a conversation. How important is physical media still to you? Because to everybody that I watch with physical media, it's still alive and well. And the places that are getting rid of it, why? Because all the quote unquote digital stuff you don't actually own. Like, I know I can come downstairs and I can grab, instead of worrying about where it is, sometimes I can come downstairs and I can grab The Wedding Singer and put it on anytime I want, because I know it's here. And that's why physical media is so important. But yeah, start a conversation, guys. I want to hear from you guys down below. What do you guys think of all this? I know this wasn't one of my best videos. I got a few things coming up, as you guys know. I got a few more reviews coming up. I'll post my recent review over here. I did a Blu-ray 4K of the Beetlejuice movie, and I got a couple more coming out, and it's going to be fun. Me and my friend are going to do our top favorite Christmas movies. That's coming up, so look for that. And yeah, so comment down below, guys. Tell me what you think of this video. I know this was a little bit different than I normally do. This is more like a rant, and I appreciate you guys staying to the end and listening. And I love you all. I post stuff on here all the time, fun content. If you're new and this was the first video you clicked on, come along for the ride. So hit those notification bells so you always know when I post a video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Check out my TikTok at LJH Productions as well. And until we meet again, LJH crew, as they say in the movies, cue the lights.